Hello students, this is Kanika. Welcome to my channel Prep Biology. So by continuing with the unit 1 of biology of class 12, that is reproduction, we have already started chapter number 1 of this unit, that is sexual reproduction in flowering plants. So this is class 5th of this series, and in this lecture we will study about the pistil, brief introduction about the pistil, that is the gynoecium part, which is the female reproductive part in flowering plants. Let's start with the lecture. We know that the pistil, there are 3 parts of the pistil we already discussed in previous classes. So if we see the structure of the pistil, we have stigma, style and ovary. Okay, we have 3 parts of the pistil and group of pistil that is called the gynoecium, which is the female reproductive part of in flowering plants. So let's study about different features of each part. Stigma, first of all, stigma, this is the stigma part which is the landing platform for the pollen grains. Where pollen grains landed, that part is called the stigma. This represents the landing part platform for pollen grain. Okay, this is the stigma. Now style, this is the elongated part. As you all can see, this is the elongated part, cylindrical in shape and beneath the stigma. So these are some of the features of the style. This is the elongated part, cylindrical shape and beneath the stigma, and that joins the stigma and ovary. Now ovary, third part of the pistil is the ovary. Ovary is the bulged part. It is the bulged part of the pistil. Bulged means it has the swollen part that contains number of ovules. And we all know ovules are the female gametophyte. We have discussed earlier. So these all 3 parts are very important of the pistil, that is the parts of the gynoecium, stigma, style and ovary. We have discussed the structure of the pistil. Now if we see inside the ovary, this is the ovary part, and if we see enlargedly inside the ovary, this is the structure of single ovary. Okay, now we will discuss about the different structures present inside the ovary. So understand it carefully. Now we have the outermost layer of the ovary, that is called the ovary wall. Okay, the ovarian cavity, that is also called the locule. This term is very important, so understand it carefully, that the ovarian cavity that is called the locule, this is the chamber where ovules are present. This is the locule part. Okay, locule is also called the ovarian cavity. This is the chamber like structure in which the ovules are present. Is it clear? Now inside the locule, this is the locule part, and inside the middle part, inside the locule, we have the placenta. From where different ovules arises. These all parts are very important. I'll repeat again. This is the ovarian wall and ovarian cavity, the chamber-like structure. This is the vacant space, the chamber-like structures which contains number of ovules. Those are called the locule. Now, the middle part is called the placenta. What is placenta? From where different ovules arises. These are the different ovules arises. Okay. So here the placenta and locule parts are very important. So make sure you will note it down. So if we see the definition of the locule, so ovary produces ovules which are present within the chamber. That chamber is called the locule. Okay, is it clear to you all? Now if we see the different ovaries in different species based on the locules, we know locule is the ovarian cavity where different ovules are present. Okay, so there are different types of the ovaries based on the locules. We have unilocular. Uni means single, one locule is present, as you all can see here. These yellowish part are the ovules, and this bluish color is called the locule. Here single locule is present, that's why it is called the unilocular. Some plants have bilocular ovary. Bilocular means we have two chambers present. This is 1 and this is 2. We have trilocular ovary, 1, 2 and 3 chambers are present. So we have different types of the ovaries based on the locules. We have unilocular, bilocular, trilocular. Tetra means 4 chambers, penta means 5 chambers. These are the types of the ovary based on the locules. So note it down. There are some of the important terms that comes under the pistil topic. So first term is the monocarpillary. Monocarpillary is the term which means when gynoecium, that is female reproductive part in the flowering plants, gynoecium contains single pistil. Mono means single, carpillary means carpel, that is the pistil. So when gynoecium contains a single pistil in a flower, that condition is called the monocarpillary. Okay. So what do you mean by multicarpillary? Multi means multiple pistils are present. When gynoecium contains multiple or more than one pistil, that condition is called the multicarpillary ovary or multicarpillary gynoecium. Is it clear? So these all terms are very important. So make sure you will note it down that the monocarpillary having single pistil present, multicarpillary having more than one pistil is present in a flower. So we have different examples. First one is monocarpillary. Monocarpillary condition gynoecium. Monocarpillary gynoecium is present in pea plant, avocado plant and mango. And multicarpillary gynoecium is present in tomato, strawberry and rose, etc. There are multiple examples of each gynoecium. Now we have another two terms. Those all are very important. First one is the syncarpus. Second one is the apocarpus. These two terms comes under the multicarpillary gynoecium. So syn means fused. The term syn means fused. Carpus means carpal or pistil. Apo means free. Carpus means carpal. So we have, what is syncarpus? Syncarpus is the condition when we have multiple pistils are present, but they are, syn means fused with each other. They all are fused with each other. So that condition is called the syncarpus. Now apocarpus, when we have multiple pistil or carpal are present, pistils are present, but they are free from each other. So these all terms are very important. As the name suggests, syn means fused, apo means free. Okay. So we have multiple examples in apocarpus and syncarpus. First one is the syncarpus. We have China rose, that is hibiscus, tulip flowers, etc. That is the syncarpus. And apocarpus, the example of the apocarpus are strawberry, etc. So make sure these all terms, monocarpillary, multicarpillary, syncarpus, apocarpus, these all terms are clear to you all. Now, if we see the examples that are given in your NCERT book, NCERT biology book, biology textbook, we have given two examples that are very, very important for your board exam point of view. So make sure, remember it, that the first one, the first structure represents the syncarpus ovary. Syn means fused. So you all can see here, they have a fused ovary, or the fused carpels are present in the papaver plant. This is the original picture of the papaver plant. These are the pinkish colors petals, and we have the middle part, this part, that is the carpel, and the uppermost part is the stigma. So these all parts are fused with each other. As you all can see, they are all fused with each other. That's why they have syncarpus ovary. Okay. So second example, second picture shows the apocarpus condition. Apocarpus condition, that is having the free carpels. As you all can see here, they have free carpels present. These are the carpels, and the original pictures you all can see here, these whitish parts are the petals, these all are the anthers, and the middle part, that this part is called the carpel. So they have free carpels. So they have free carpels, and this picture shows the mycalia or mycalia plant. So in mycalia plant, the condition of the ovary is apocarpus. These two examples are very important. The last part of this lecture is, so many plants are divided into two categories, that some plants have single ovule present in the ovary, and some plants have multiple ovules present in the ovary. So the examples of the plants which have single ovule inside the ovary, this is the ovary, and they have only single ovule present, that is the one ovule is present. The examples of that plants are wheat plant, paddy plant, and mango, etc. There are multiple plants. Remember these examples, and the plants having multiple ovules inside the ovary, those plants are papaya, melon, orchids, etc. So remember these terms. This is all about today's lecture. We have covered the pistil part. We have understand about the different parts of the pistil, the types of the ovary based on the locules. There are important terms like monocarpellary, multicarpellary, apocarpous, syncarpous condition. We have multiple examples in it. So I hope this lecture is beneficial to you all. If you like this lecture, like, subscribe, and share my channel, that is Prep Biology. Keep studying, study hard, study smart. Thank you so much.